Hey everyone, my name is Lily. I'm the book blogger behind Utopia State of Mind, and today I'm going to share with you my November TBR. I'm making this November TBR so early, it would help if I brought my TBR, so I just went and got it. I'm making it so early, I don't even know. Normally I feel like I make this TBR like November 1st, or basically on the first day, but I haven't this month, so you know, pat on the back. I just want to start off with the books that I have commitments for. Like always, I have commitments for some books in November. The first one is A Marvelous Light. I actually don't have a formal commitment for this, but I'm doing some research into making sure that I read books that I see or that might be in subscription boxes ahead of time, and to see if I want them. So A Marvelous Light is like not really a formal commitment, but it's a commitment that I need to read for myself and my wallet, essentially. All I really know about A Marvelous Light is that I think it's gonna be queer, or it's supposed to be queer. I remember going to like a Macmillan preview for the fall, and they were saying that like it was a tour.com thing, which like tour.com for me is auto-buy anyway, so all of these factors coming together just means I have to read it. So I will. The next one is Midnight Girls. This is a commitment because I really wanted to reach out to the author and see if they wanted to collab on a promo. I really enjoyed The Dark Tide, which I think is this author's first book, The Dark Tide, and so The Midnight Girls is the second book that they wrote. So I'm really excited for that one, and I said that I would get questions to them by like in November. So I gotta read that one, essentially. All I really know about that is that it's like this sapphic fantasy, and that's really all I need to know, essentially. The next one is, I got an e-arc of this one for Ice Planet Barbarians. Okay. TikTok has given me so many book recommendations. I'm sure that it's done that, and hopefully my book talk, which I'll leave the link below, has also given you book recommendations, but I've seen Ice Planet Barbarians all over the place, and so I think that the publisher is going to do like a new edition with stuff in it. I'm not really sure what, but bonus content, I think. And I was like, why not? Why not? I've been also delving more into like a romance book TikTok too, not just kind of book talk, and so that has made my TBR explode. I have so many more romance books that I want to read, and yeah, I just thought this was gonna be super fun, and I was like, why not? Why not? The next one is The Coldest Touch. An e-arc of this was sent to me by the publisher. I really loved Isabel Sterling's other books. Isabel Sterling wrote These Witches Don't Burn and This Coven Won't Break, which are both queer urban fantasy or like queer contemporary fantasies about witches, and this Coldest Touch, or The Coldest Touch, is about vampires and I think witches, so like double amazing, and I'm really excited for that one. I really love the way that Sterling is able to combine magical elements and also like contemporary elements and themes of friendship and love, basically, so I'm really excited for The Coldest Touch. The next one is Daughter of the Moon Goddess. This is another one where I have to get questions back in November. I'm so excited to be collabing with Sue Lin Tan, the author of Daughter of the Moon Goddess. Daughter of the Moon Goddess is one of my like most hyped books for 2022. I'm so excited for it. I feel like if I had to name like two adult most hyped books so far for 2022 for me, I think it would be Portrait of a Thief and Daughter of the Moon Goddess, and I'm so excited for these. I'm really excited that I was able to get an e-arc of it and read it, essentially. Every year I want to be supporting more and more Asian authors, and so I'm really excited that 2022 is going to start off with those ones. I did like a round of emails basically to some Asian authors that I was looking forward to, especially debut authors, and I was like, I would like to interview you or collab with you. I want to make sure that everyone knows about your books, and so this was the fruits of one of my labor. Fruits of the labor. This was one of the books that I really wanted to read. The next one, let's just talk about like backlist books that I really want to read, and also some of them I have commitments to publishers for. The first one is The Vial of Tears. This is supposed to be like a Phoenician-inspired fantasy. I'm very intrigued. I haven't read as many Holiday House books as I've wanted to. That's the publisher. But Holiday House is a book where I've read everything that I've read I've really enjoyed. They tend to pick fantasy to me that is very unique. And so I'm really excited for A Vial of Tears. Also, it's supposed to be like a sister story as well. So I'm very excited for that one. The next two haven't been set yet, but I will obviously have a Backlist Bookworms pick. That's this monthly Twitter chat that I do with Vicky, and we focus on backlist books. So books that have already been published before 2021, so basically 2020 and older, to kind of bring back some love for older books, basically. So we haven't set the November one yet. That'll be set. And also my IRL book club has not set the November one yet. We are doing a very, very late discussion of Dominicana, basically halfway through November. So we haven't set the last one for 2021 yet. I hope we do set one. I'm very excited. I've really loved doing book clubs, and so these two book clubs have been one of the highlights of my year, I think. The next one is The Way of the Argosy. This is the most recent one in the Spellcaster series by Sebastian de Castell. This is one of the series that I really loved, and I've read like all of. So I basically read what is it called? The other series. I'll put up a cover of it anyway. And so then I read the Spellcaster series. It's just generally one of these series that I really enjoy, and it's kind of like a pleasure read for me because I don't really see a lot of people talking about these books, and so I really enjoy reading them. And I have to read this Backlist one because in January the next one comes out, which is I think The Fall of the Argosy. Anyway, I'm really excited because I think that The Way of the Argosy has to do with what is the name? I can't remember the name of the characters. I will obviously remember when I read them again, but it goes back into one of my favorite like side characters essentially, and I think it's a book about their like that character in a essence. It's not necessarily a book about kind of the series, the Spellcaster series. The next one is Saarland. I got an arc of this ages ago. I've loved River Solomon's books. I really, really loved In the Kindness of Ghosts. I hope that's what it's called. That one is such a fantastic sci-fi on a spaceship with like multiple levels. Oh my god, the world building is amazing. The characters are fantastic. Love that one so much. And Saarland has been on my TBR since before release, and I just never get to it. And I was thinking about, okay, Lily, what books are books that you want to read before the end of 2021? And I was looking at all of my older arcs, and I was like, this is the one. I've been looking forward to this ever since I read In the Kindness of Ghosts, and I was like, what is River Solomon going to do next? And it's Saarland, and I haven't read it, so I want to read it by the end of 2021, and so it's on my November TBR. The next one is Golden Hand. I really want to read Terciel and Eleanor, which is the most recent book in the Old Kingdom series by Garth Nix, which is one of my OG favorite series that I read as a teen. I own this trilogy, or I own that series. It's more than a trilogy now, but I own that series in like 2 different editions basically. And they're doing more editions of the covers, and so I'm just like, yes. Anyway though, I have not read Golden Hand. So I haven't read the Short Story book, which is, I think, something under a bridge or something about bridge. But Golden Hand is the only one that I haven't read besides that one. And so because I really want to read Terciel and Eleanor, hope I'm pronouncing that right, I felt that I should just read Golden Hand and see if it's relevant. I have no idea if it's relevant because I don't want to read the synopsis and spoil myself for Terciel and Eleanor. So I just have to basically, because that one, Terciel and Eleanor, does come out in November, which is what I'd love to read, but I have to read Golden Hand first, so like I'm not sure if I actually will get to it in November. I want to, but I don't know. And the last one on this Backlist one is A Phoenix First Must Burn. I started reading this short story anthology in September. I had to take a break in October because my October TBR like got way out of hand, and so I want to finish it by the end of this year. And so I thought, okay, I'm just gonna keep doing like a story every 2 days basically, if I can. And so I really want to read it in November. I really want to finish it. I think I've read 3 stories so far, and so I just want to finish it basically and just like check it off. And it's also a book on my Shimmering Skies reading challenge too, so that'll be like perfect essentially. And finally, I want to talk about books that I want to read, but I don't have like firm commitments for. I mean, they're all e-arcs, so like I have commitments for NetGalley essentially, but I don't have like a publicist has emailed me and been like, do you want to read this commitment? The first one is Fools in Love, which is a YA contemporary romance anthology with some of my absolute favorite authors, and I also feel like anthologies are easy for me to get through because I can read a story basically a day, and that's super manageable way to read it. So I'm pretty sure that I can read this one, but no promises, essentially. The next one is A History of Wild Places. I have really liked this author's other YAs, which is The Wicked Deep, I know, and Wildwood, I think is the other one that it's called. A History of Wild Places is not YA, it's the author's adult debut, and so I'm really excited for that one because what I loved so much about those other two, like, witchy, urban fantasy contemporary books was this fantasy element and the world building. I loved it so much, and so I'm really excited to read the author's adult work and see if that's like a common thread that I really enjoy. The next one is Girl Giant and the Jade War. This is a middle grade e-arc. I really enjoyed Girl Giant and the Monkey King. This is one of my books that I read, I think earlier this year, I think. Was it earlier this year? Time has no meaning to me. I read it because I was trying to read more middle grade written by Asian authors, and so I really want to keep up with this one. Girl Giant and the Jade War is certainly one that I want to keep up with. It's a sequel to Girl Giant and the Monkey King. Yeah. I'm really bad at titles. Anyway, I really want to read this one because I liked it. I really love the idea of the Monkey King story from Chinese culture. I feel like this, and oh my goodness, what is this other one? My phone is charging and I can't look it up, but I will put the title is on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, I've read in the last couple of years a lot more of these like Monkey King stories that are doing these contemporary reimaginings, I guess, of what it would be like in our world. And so this and another book that I can't believe that I've forgotten the name of this. CW and I both really love this book. Oh my goodness. Here, and also Girl Giant and the Jade War. I'm really excited for that. I try to keep up with middle grade series, but I'm so bad at it. Like, so bad at it. Like the Aru Shaw series, I wish that I was on top of that one, but I'm not. I'm just really bad at keeping up with middle grade sequels. Like, oh my goodness. I could go into a whole video about middle grade sequels I haven't read, but I really should read because I love them so much, and we have a video idea. And the final one is that I'm going to do another edition of the Choose Your TBR for November. And as of now, filming this because I'm early, I don't know what it will be, but I'm really excited for this one. What were the picks? The picks were like Strange the Dreamer, The Bone Season. Was it Strange the Dreamer? I think it's Strange the Dreamer, The Bone Season, The Night Circus, and Shatter Me. So I'm excited to read one of those. That list is just all over the place. I decided to do mostly of a mood reading vibe for November, and so I'm interested to read one of those. And that brings me to the end of this November TBR, which, my brain is just, like, so tired, so exhausted. In October, I read 365 books. I mean, my total of 2021, not, 365 books in October. That would be a lot. But, my brain is just, like, not at its peak performance. I'm really tired. I'm really emotionally and mentally tired. I'm trying to really cut down for December and for November. So, like, obviously this is my TBR, but I mean, sticking to the... Who sticks to their TBR? If you do, you are, like, my hero, essentially, but I can't. So, it's like an optimistic TBR. Anyway, this brings me to the end of my TBR, where I basically have a mini breakdown, and I'm very excited that I'm doing this early. Please let me know what books are in your November TBR, and bonus question, what your favorite read of 2021 is so far, because the other day it hit me that I'm gonna have to start doing those videos and those, like, recommendation lists, and I need to have a nap after thinking about that, essentially. Anyway, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.